Too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back.
Menu narration option is set to
48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't getting too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never slip.
A fight for the right to be number one. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gotton. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplating maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
You talk about the pause that... Precious. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, 43.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man, that's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Philip Lindsey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field. And blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Carr going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch out for Hill on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there. Mahomes to Watkins, 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Oakland. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
After reviewing the play,
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mahomes now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mahomes firing complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So he
will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and pull it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Williams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one complete to Hill. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Mark 55, Mark 55. I'm coming for you, son. Right side.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw complete here to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself a field position and help your defense out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Safarian Jenkins has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. That is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now the Oakland offense. It's heading back onto the field to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Hardman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Carr now on 1st down. This is caught by Williams. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Here's Carr, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a new